Hello, welcome to today's class. I'd like to sit upright, hip walk forward to the front of your chair. Make sure your chair is nice and stable, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward, solidly on the chair. Just start with sunrise circles. So just opening up through the chest, keep the arms about head height. Let's start with toe taps. Just lifting and lowering the toes. Okay, let's change that. Alternate heel raises. So here, lift the heel and lower. Just lift and lower. If you want to let the arms swing as well, you can. Whatever's comfortable for you. Single toes forward, so you're pointing forward and back. Tap, tap, tap. Forward and back. Forward and back, just tapping that toe forward. Open up into sunrise circles again. Sitting tall, think of lifting the chest, retracting the chin. Legs out to the side this time. So out, right and back, left and back, right and back, left and back. This is our warm-up exercise. I need you to hip walk forward in your chair. Think of your posture. Pull your tummy in, shoulders back, chin retracted. Start rugging the shoulders. Change to the feet. Let's touch the toes out in front. Just a little movement for now. We're still warming up. The shoulders, we're going to circle them back, circle. So as you circle back, try and squeeze those shoulder blades together. It doesn't have to be in time with the music. Coming to your right foot, we're going to heel and toe, heel and toe. 3, 2, 1, and change sides. Heel and toe. 3, 2, coming back. Let's do alternating shoulder shrugs. And the other side. So a little lean over. Toe taps. The body, reaching across. A little twist from the waist. Doesn't have to be very big. Lifting the heels, alternate right and left, right and left. Two heels together. Together. Open and together. Let's take the feet to do that too. Out and in. And around. This is a marching routine, so you need to hip walk forward on your chair. Start with toe taps. Try and lift those toes as high as you can. Take it to a jogger's walk, so lifting, alternating heels. You You can add some arms if you wish, just keep it gentle. Take it to a march, keep those feet low for now, nice and quiet. And again. Now we're going to take it to a V-step, right leg forward, so right, left, bring it back, change sides to the left, left foot back in, to the right, and left, take it up to speed. Add some arms if you wish. If it's too much, then leave the arms out. We're still trying to change the lead leg each time. So there's joggers walk, you're lifting the heels. Basic march. Nice light feet. Ready for that V-step, take it out, out, in, change leg. Right side, left side. Heel digs in front. So just pushing that heel out. Add an upper arm swing if you wish. Let's march it, 3, 2, 1, and clap. Back to the jogger's walk. So just lifting those heels. And march. Light feet, but lifting the whole foot off the ground. That V-step, right leg first. Right leg, left leg, right leg. Don't worry too much if you can't get the order. Just keep moving. You're still going to be getting the exercise. Beautiful. Well done. This is an equipmentless routine. It's a cha-cha-cha type movement. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Just lifting the heels. Sitting forward on your chair. Just get that movement first. Add the arms at the same time. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Taking one foot forward, forward, back, forward. Add the opposite arm if you can, whichever arm feels good though. And again, opposite arm. Get those heels going. That 3, 2, 1 movement. Giving a little bit of work in the thighs. Take the leg out to the side, out, in. Lift the leg this time. Almost a little kick in front or a knee lift. If that's too much for you, just slide the foot forward again like we did before. And turn so you can see. Out to the side. roll. Make sure you're taking that knee out, not just the foot. Try and keep the feet and arms going in time. 1, 2, 3. Other way again. And back. And in front. So you can kick or just slide the foot forward. Well done. So there's no equipment at all for this routine. It's a clapping routine. Sitting forward on your chair, so hip walk forward, feet pointing forward, chin retracted. Start with a toe tap, hands on the thighs. We're going to do a single tap, clap, so clap and twist, clap and twist. Make it as big or as small as you're comfortable with. So if you want to keep it small, that's fine. Double clap at the top. Singles. Doubles again. Take single feet out in front, so tapping those toes forward, push the waves. If you want to do that slower, that's fine too. Okay, let's take the arms by the side, one foot out and down, up and down. If you can take the arms all the way up to shoulder height, that's great. Keep it that speed, or take it faster. Try and make sure you're lifting the knee out to the side though. It's the whole knee that's moving, the foot just comes along with it. Beautiful, well done. If it's too much, you just keep it small. Just lose the arms or lose the legs if you wish. Tap, tap. And twist, clap. Double. Just tap it out. So this next exercise, we're going to use the band to strengthen our biceps. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing a little more easily. But you're going to place one end of the band firmly under your feet and grab the band in your right hand in a handshake hold. So if you're going to go forward and shake somebody's hand, grab hold of that and then pull your elbow back in to the side of your body. You're going to keep this band tense with tension at all times. Let that top of that band flop out of the way. I'm going to make it on the inside so that it's out of your way to see, but wherever it's comfortable. Keeping that elbow in tight to the body. And you're going to take the thumb up towards the shoulder without moving the elbow. So we're just lifting and lowering. Keeping that elbow still. So all the movement comes from the elbow. Try and watch what's going on with your wrist. We're trying to keep that wrist nice and tight. Nice and taut. Lovely. Now, if it's too easy, you can slide your hand down the band, which makes it harder. Or, of course, pick a harder band, stronger band. If it's too difficult for you, take your hand up the band. But I want you to keep tension in the band all the time. So if you're starting from here, don't let it flop. Keep the little bit of tension the whole time and make the move smaller. You don't have to touch your shoulder. You're just going to take it as far as is comfortable. And so again, watch. It's about a movement. If I do the movement without the band, that's the movement I'm doing. There's no movement in the wrist. There's no movement in the shoulder. It's all coming from there. So just before we start, check your feet are securely on the band. You got a handshake hold, elbows in tight, a little bit of tension in the band, slow and controlled. Just lift and release, taking them towards the shoulder. Slower you do it, the harder you're going to be working and the less repetitions you'll need to do. When you've had enough, when the muscle starts to ache, give it a rest, shake it out. Taking it to the other side, so exactly the same. Ensure the band is securely underneath. You're taking that handshake hold, elbows back in tight to the waist, thumb on top, wrist strong. Taking that thumb up towards the shoulder. And again, just as many as you're comfortable doing. This exercise is to strengthen the upper back, but you might also feel it across the chest. Palms facing the ceiling. You're going to place the band in your hands. Bring the elbows back against the side of the body, closing the hands over the band, and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, keeping the elbows close to the body. Control it out and slowly back in. To make it easier, take the hands a bit further apart. To make it harder, hands come closer together, but you're keeping those elbows back the whole time. So this workout is to work your thighs, to work the front of the legs. I'm going to ask you to make sure you've hip walk forward on your chair so that you've got plenty of room underneath your thighs. You need to be stable on your chair. Bring the hands down in a walking the dog hold. So you've got the tails coming out by the little fingers and the band below. Make sure your foot is really securely in that band. Take the hands down about knee height. You're going to lift the leg on its own. You're not using the band to lift the leg. You lift the leg here. And then as you pull back with the hands, you're going to push that foot away. We're going to come back in and take the leg down under its own steam. So you're not using the band to lower the leg. So it's lift, pull and push towards the floor, bring it back and down. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, you're going to bring the hands a little bit further down the bands towards the floor. If you want to make it easier, you're going to take the hands away from the floor on the band. So again, this way slightly. Another way you can strengthen the movement is by holding that position. So when the leg's out straight, in and down. I'm going to show you a quick side view. I'm going to switch onto my left leg so you can see what I'm doing. But with a side view, exactly the same thing. You're just lifting up by your own steam. Push and pull. Bring it back. Take it down. We're still with our right leg. Make sure that foot is securely on top of the band. We don't want it flicking up in your face. Walking the dog hold. Feet hip width apart. Pull in those abdominals and we're going to lift and push. Bring it in and down. And as with all our exercises, we're going to ensure that we only do as many as we're comfortable doing. So if that leg really starts to ache, give it a rest. You can join back in. If you don't do very many, then maybe you need to make sure you come back and join us in the next workout, just to keep improving your strength, keep those muscles working well. So don't forget, when you've had enough, you rest. I'm going to do a couple more just for those who can. Anyone still going now? Then I'm going to ask you to hold that leg in that position for a couple of seconds before you release. My suspicion is most of you didn't make that last hold, but wonderful if you did. Let's change sides. So exactly the same thing. Make sure that foot's secure before you start. Knee comes up on its own. You're using the push so that hands are pulling away at the same time as the leg goes away from the body. Lift, push, lift, down. Lift, push, return and down. A few more if you can. Don't forget, you stop when you've had enough. And for those that are still going, just hold it there for a couple of seconds if you can. Really get that thigh moving. I'm suspecting again most of you didn't manage that. That was really working my thighs quite hard. Well done. This next exercise is designed to improve your balance, keeping the feet pointing forward. You're going to turn sideways, holding onto your chair, come up onto the toes if you're wearing high heels, engage your core and walking slowly forward. When you get to the front of the chair, you're going to turn round and go back. You can hold the chair all the way through. If you struggle with that, you can walk forwards, and when you get to the far end, turn and come back on your toes. Don't forget, if you need to at any time, just walk through the heels, just give it a bit of a rest and then join back in. For those of you that can balance, obviously take your arms away. You can keep the chair nearby just in case you feel a bit wobbly, and do it without leaning on the chair. This next exercise helps strengthen the muscles that you use to walk, so to lift the toes in order to walk properly without tripping over your feet, and also helps with balance. Walking on your heel, penguin walks. So for these penguin steps, just lift the toes, using the chair, same as we do for the toe walks, and walk forward. And then walk back. You don't have to take big steps. You don't have to walk very far or very fast. So for the diagonal stretch, you sit back in your chair so you're nice and secure, and we're going to stretch across the chest. Now, if you've got problems with your shoulders, then please adapt accordingly, but this is a really good stretch for stretching across the chest, opening up. It's going to help your breathing, really opening up that chest area. Start with the hands together and open out and across the diagonal and coming back. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Because we're taking our arms above the head, we're not going to hold this for very long. And anyone who has heart problems may want to keep the arm a little bit lower. Really try and get that opening up through the chest. And I'm going to finish that off with a straight stretch out to the side. So opening out to the side. Try and get the arms level if you can. And again, you're trying not to lift the chest, but you really open up through there. The shoulders a bit of a circle to release them. The hugger tree exercise is really good for releasing tension in the shoulders and the neck. So what I want you to do is make sure you're sat forward on your chair, feet flat on the floor, and you have a choice. You can either gently link your fingers, or my preferred version is to put your hands one on top of the other and just link the thumbs. Now, I want you to have your hands about shoulder height, but I'm going to drop mine so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm starting by pulling the arms away from me and then pulling the elbows away so that I feel a stretch across my chest and my back. Now I'm going to bring the arms back up to shoulder height, and then I'm going to look down towards my knees to extend the chest, stretch into my neck. Try and keep the chin away from the chest. And release. Sitting comfortably on your chair, try and sit upright, circle the shoulders back, and bringing your right hand up and the left hand in the opposite direction, pushing it up and down. Try and make the movement go with your breath. Taking nice, deep, long breaths, opening up the chest. I want you to grab as if you're holding a ball and keep the hands the same width apart. You do bubble circles. Let's change direction. So we're keeping the hands below head height. Taking your right hand across, think of clouds, change hand, other side. So cross in front of your eyes and release, other side. That is our cloud. Next time we're going to push the leaves across at the same time. Don't worry, if you're struggling with this, just stick with the clouds. Bring the hands back. Think of that ball. You expand and contract. taking one hand slightly higher than the other, and to the other side. And resting your hands on your thighs. Circle the shoulders back. Bring the hands up and just wiggle your fingers. Move up and down as if you're playing a keyboard, getting some movement in your fingers. Just sunset circles, bringing the hands back down. Keeping your breath low, deep and strong. Well done. See you next time.